morning, everybody. It is Carchaeology, and, well, I'm Randy, of course, and I am in my truck, my happy place, with an empty trailer back behind me. And that usually means that adventure is ahead. And, well, it most definitely is today. So I'm on my way to Orange County, California, and I'm going to pick up an extremely interesting car. This is a car that perhaps has the most intriguing history of anything that we've ever touched here at Carchaeology. Not only does it have an interesting history, it's got, well, it's something personal for me. So this car belonged to a longtime family friend. It was his favorite car in his collection. This is a guy that I grew up around. He was best friends with my dad, a fellow car collector. They went to auctions and stuff together. Anyway, he was a great character and a longtime family friend that passed away recently. And I felt it's my duty to help the family in some way. So I am not going to buy this car. I'm going to get this car, pull it out of the family garage, and we're going to get it up and running and driving, and then bring it back in time for his memorial, which is going to happen in a few weeks. So follow along on this adventure. I think you're really going to dig this car, and I hope you really dig my story about the man that owned it.
Now, Roger was a great guy. He was my dad's best friend. He had a knack for finding very strange machines, something that certainly fertilized my brain for my quests throughout my life. And this particular one within the garage here was his absolute strangest and the one that he prized the very most. And as you can see, it's nothing normal. And really, nothing was normal about Roger. He was a fantastic collector, great character, and he loved this car.
And there is our target for today. The dashboard is the coolest thing ever. Look at that.
Oh my god, it's a plane.
So in those folders there, let's make sure that we get that, because there's paperwork and history of that. Excellent. You got the goggles.
I need to sit in that.
Okay.
I need Oh my god, this is so cool.
All right. Look at you in there.
Why is there a dash? Bop, bop. Bop.
How many G-forces can you hit in this? Awesome. So the body of this, actually, you said it feels like a plane. This is actually a belly tank, a fuel tank that would have been underneath an aircraft wing.
Oh, that's the top,
Yeah, and then this is the top over here. So apparently you get a little claustrophobic in there with that top on, so he put this little fairing here from a motorcycle on, which that's got to go, and then and then that needs to go on there, because that is really, oh yeah.
Oh, come on.
Come on now.
Come on.
Unfortunately, it's broken, but.
Absolutely magic.
Isn't that amazing? And this was his favorite thing. It's easy to see why. Definitely. I don't know what's in there. Maybe that's fuel. And the headlight down here. Ooh. Awesome.
Oh, look at the front.
Oh, check that out. Oh, that's totally like old Harley.
Oh, yes.
Springer front end, like early crazy stuff. Whoa, what a trip.
That's the steering wheel.
Here's your brake reservoir there. And your fuel tank up front, right at the nose, so when it explodes.
And there's no brakes on the front, of course.
No brakes on the front.
Nope.
God, check out that Springer front end. That thing's killer.
That's beautiful.
Wow. And the sparkly interior is like just beyond cool. And the power plant. So this thing was totally all chromed out. It had this cool like machine finish trim and stuff on there. It was like full on crazy show car. Yeah, the tail lights are just mounted here and then they go through that when it folds down. So this thing was running apparently not too long ago. So
It looks clean, huh?
it does. Some sort of a special number plate, Department of Revenue, Pennsylvania. Wow, look down in there, all the machine finish stuff down in there. Wow.
Oh, the bushioning.
Yeah, I love that. And a power glide transmission.
How do you say that in English, that method?
I've always called it like engine turn finish.
We should call that the bushioning because you take a cork, pretty much.
Right, right. Yeah, same thing. All right, well, let's get it out of here.
Where's the shifter on that?
Well, it's an automatic, so
So it was that.
yeah.
Oh, it's just that, yes. Okay.
Right.
So here I'm in reverse neutral.
Yeah, make sure it's in neutral.
Well, now it's N, so I
Okay.
guess this is what it says, yes. Yeah, there is just 3 positions. I think 4. Right, no. Reverse, neutral, and a drive. There is not even a park.
Well, it's got a parking brake too, right in the middle.
Yeah, that's moving.
And it rolls. Good.
That's the connection.
A nice Volkswagen steering wheel. And there's other treasure in here as well, including this Corvair pickup that has been shortened. So they took probably 3 feet out of this thing, maybe even a little bit more. It's pretty awesome. But the Patriot is our goal.
Looks like a new battery here.
Oh shit. You're clear on that side. Yeah.
Holy.
That is absolutely incredible.
It's so small. The back's on there.
Yeah, that little wheel is crazy. Oh, how fun.
That's so
Cool.
small. It's horrible.
It was awesome to see this thing out of the garage. It's been a number of years since it's been out. Roger used to take this out and drive it every now and then. He's brought it out to a few shows and that sort of thing. But it's probably been a decade, I would think, since he really had it out and drove it. And I never got a chance to try this thing on for size, so I jumped at the chance to hop on in the cockpit here and see if I can even fit.
Oh, hell yeah. Now get this gone off of there, get that dome right over the top. Be absolutely incredible. Oh my God, this thing is so rad. I mean, Roger's had this thing forever, and I remember seeing him drive it around. I never asked to drive it or anything. It's not something I would have done, and not something I don't think he'd ever throw me the keys to, but just sitting in it. It's killer. So fun. Ready for takeoff.
I want to try to remove that thing now.
I know, it's so bad. Oh, the wing on the Mustang.
The back is like, dude, you drilled a hole in the damn trunk to put that on.
Well, but the wing, it makes it faster. I get it. That's it.
They got the Corvette. It's an aftermarket one.
Yeah, the Vet's got some crazy wing on it too. All right, so we took off that little visor there, and let's try on the canopy for size.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. That is so good. Wow.
Now, it's a pretty historic moment for this car to actually leave the property. You know, again, it was very special to him, and as a result, it's going to be very special to me to be the guy to revive it, clean it up, and then bring it back as a tribute to him for the memorial, which is going to happen at the house here in a few weeks. So, carefully loading it up on the trailer. We'll bring it on back to the lab, and I can work some magic on it, and then bring it on back. And I've got to say, I am really looking forward to the opportunity to drive this thing, because I guarantee the smile on my face will be as wide as it was on Roger's when he was behind the wheel. Just too fun. What a trippy machine.
This trailer is actually perfect.
Oh, it's absolutely perfect for it, yeah. Especially being able
Why
to...
you do not have a GoPro to put on the car for the trip?
Oh, just to get... I've got my GoPro.
To see the people's face.
We should try that.
Just bolt it on somewhere on the car to see the people, you know?
Yeah.
Inside.
I don't know. Do you think it'll attract some attention on the road?
Yeah.
Maybe?
They're going to freak out. What the hell? You know?
It's longer than I thought. It's really...
I don't know if that's the right plane or not. The P-32, I think, was what the belly
was from?
Yeah.
P-32. I'll look that up. Well, but this is there metal underneath here? It must be. I don't know. It feels like fiberglass. I don't know, were those belly tanks for those planes actually fiberglass? Maybe it's just so thick from...
maybe they use the fiberglass over it because it's super thick.
Okay, that makes sense. Oh, it's crazy.
Now, Roger has a variety of other cars in the backyard here as well, and I'm going to do my best to help his family find homes for these. I think probably the wackiest one in the backyard is this Cadillac pickup truck. Pretty fun old bucket. Now, this was a family Mustang. This actually belonged to Roger's mom, and she kept it and drove it up into her 90s. So to be able to pull this into the garage, get it out of harm's way and out of the sun is a cool thing as well. So we made sure that there was enough room to get it in there and saw it in there so that the door could be closed and it could be kept. And it will be kept. that one's going to stay with the family.
Yeah, I always tried to convince my dad. Okay, what's to do with it? Always tried to convince him. I said, hey Dad, they actually have doors now. You push a button and it fucking roll up by itself.
But that would cost money. And where would I get my exercise?
So with the car lashed down safely on the trailer, we made the traverse out to the Carchaeology laboratories, and you should have seen the looks that we got on the freeway on the way there. Absolutely insane.
So I pulled up in the driveway and opened up the gate, and I looked back at the Patriot, and I realized that it was missing the little hood, the little gas door flap thing. And now I'm freaking out. So I'm driving around out in the hills near the lab here, hoping that I find it on the side of the road. Because if that's missing, that like totally sucks. I remember we even lashed it down, made sure it was locked when it went in place, but fuck, I don't know where it is. So anyway, come with me, we'll see if we can find it. So it's pretty curvy, crazy roads out here. I did pull over at one point to let somebody by, and it was a little bumpy, so it's very possible that it bounced off when that happened. Whether it came off and immediately went out into the street, or whether it cruised around on the trailer for a while, fuck, I don't know. But hopefully I can find it out here in the middle of nowhere. So it was right up here where I pulled off the road to let some traffic go by because I didn't want people piling up behind me. But damn it, I am not seeing it. This is totally bumming me out. Well, shit. I hate when stuff like that happens. It's like this important part of a very like one-of-a-kind crazy-ass car. Now, it is something that can be fabricated, I know, but God, what a pain in the ass. It's like to have that original piece go away is a real freaking drag. So I don't know. I've got to go back this way later on tonight. Maybe I'll catch something shining in the bushes somewhere, but I'm going to head back home to the lab, see if I see it along on the side of the road. Just hope and pray it surfaces. And I'm sorry, Roger, for losing a part of the Patriot. Damn it. Well, shit. So that's a big hole, unfortunately, and I have no idea where that lid went. So, if anybody is good with shaping fiberglass or metal or whatever, I need a new cover for that bad boy right there. Unless I get really, really, really freaking lucky and find it on the road somewhere. But it very well may have jettisoned on the freeway when we were coming back from Orange County. I really don't know. I thought for sure that it was latched. It had a lock on it. I remember seeing Seb lock it down. But it is not here. Darn it. So if it hit somebody back behind the trailer, my apologies. And I've got another project to do. And so here we have it. The mighty Patriot, or whatever this is, here in the lab. My friend Roger's absolute favorite car. Now, there's some history behind this one that is a bit confusing, and I hope to figure out exactly what it is or what it was and how it came to be. Now, I know Roger has had it for a long time. It's something that was very special to him, and that when he first came across it, he was absolutely smitten by it. He had a chance to drive the car, and he fell in love. And then years later, it came up for auction. He was able to buy it. He was absolutely a man obsessed. He had to have this thing, and he got it. So the goal here, now that it's in the lab, is to do a little preservation, get it fired up and running and driving. I'm going to chase the history of this thing down, figure out exactly what it is, what it was, and figure out where to go with it. Unfortunately, with my missing hatch here, I'm going to have to fabricate that. We'll do something so that it blends in so it looks like it was never missing. Might do something with the paint finish on here or what's left of it to see if maybe we can get it to shine or at least have a cohesive look all along the blue right there. And I'm going to change a couple of quick things just because I think it'll make it more attractive. Roger was kind of an accessory guy. He put that hood ornament on the little top there, which I thought was a little much. The spoked Corvair hubcaps back here, the little spinners are kind of cool, but I don't know. Chrome spokes on a rocket ship just don't seem to match. So I might swap those hubcaps, do a couple of little things. In the end, this car is probably going to have to find a new home. I don't think the family wants to keep it, but if we can send it off to a new owner that loves it as much as Roger did, then that's going to be a great treat. So I'm going to do a quick little walk around, show you a couple of things that are really unique on it. Well, I mean, everything's really unique on it. And then I'll follow up with some of the cleanup and some of the deep history dig on this wild rocket car. So check out these headlights here. They're like airplane landing lights that are mounted here inside the cowl. You've got this little center mounted antenna thing, which is pretty slick right in the middle. Obviously here in this hatch, you can see the fuel tank that was made for it. You can see that that crazy front end that looks to be Harley to me, the steering gear, that sort of thing. And you can see that a lot of this was totally, clean and bitchin'. This is painted blue. There's chrome parts. This was an absolute show car at one point, or actually kind of through its whole life. These mirrors are kind of wild. This was added. I don't think that this is something that was done initially with it. Obviously, we've got the canopy top, which I need to screw the hinges down on. Rear engine here. Pop this open. You can see this Corvair motor. Now, this was running not too long ago, apparently, so we should be able to get it running again. But I want to spend some time in here really cleaning and detailing this because this thing was done up quite show-worthy with all of this custom metal work here. You can see this kind of engine turned finish on there. All of this was chrome, everything painted, detailed, so on and so forth. Even up inside here, the panels on the inside that were done in metal, chrome axles, so on and so forth. So there's a lot of cleaning that needs to be done with that, and it's going to be fun to do some of that and just watch it come back to life. And even down underneath, you look underneath the back of it, and there's that full crazy skid plate thing underneath there. It's almost completely sealed underneath. But anyway, wild ride. As a tribute to Roger, it is an honor to have it here in the lab, and I very much look forward to bringing it back to life. Thanks for watching, everybody. Keep on digging them up and driving them. Bye-bye.